Good morning, family.
Hey, what's up, fam?
Welcome back to All Things Peggy. I have my special guest, my honey bunny in the house.
That's me. I'm Honey Bunny. I'm the Don.
So, welcome back to the channel, family. We have been promising this video for some time. I can't remember which channel we promised it to you on, if it was All Things Peggy or Peggy and Donald. So we're just going to do it on All Things Peggy this morning. So welcome to the channel, y'all. How are y'all doing? Okay, so this is kind of hard to do, to really be honest with you. Like, this is really hard to sit down and do because we do what I call glamping.
Yeah.
We're always going to stay somewhere with full hookups.
Yeah. That's our goal, full hookup at every place. We only stayed in one place that didn't have full hookups, and that was Scott Air Force Base. And every other place we've had electricity, city water, and sewer connection.
Yeah.
Scott didn't have sewer.
So I like to call that glamping because we're not really out here like campers, because they won't have the expenses that we have. They don't have the same expensive that, like, if you boondock or dry dock or whatever you want to call it, it will be way cheaper for you. I'm being honest.
That's a good point.
If you outright own your RV and your truck or whatever else, it's going to be cheaper for you. So you can't go by us, honestly, on that part of it. We, for the most part, we stay on post, on military bases. That was our plan when we started, was to go from military base to military base until we felt comfortable.
Yes.
And so with that being said, our largest expense monthly is parking. Now, 370 Lakeside is not a military base, the one in Missouri. It's a very nice place. We love that place.
Yeah.
Well, they charge $50 a night for a paved spot and $45 for gravel. Mm-hmm. But if you ask me, all the spots there are really nice. So when we go there, we try to stay a week, because if you stay for 6 days, the 7th day is free. Yeah. So when we go to 370 Lakeside, we're paying $300 for the week for 7 days. That is the only place that we stay that's off post. We're going to use Uchi Creek for an example, because they charge a monthly rate at Uchi Creek, and I want to say it's like $650 for the month. So if you break that down weekly, how much is that?
So let's see, 325, 160, 165 a week.
Yeah. Now, that is a great price. That is a great price for what you get. That's the price of staying on most military bases. So we found that some military bases you can get as low as $350 a month.
Yeah.
And then they'll go up to $650 a month. And some of them don't offer monthly amounts at all.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to pay your $800 if you therefore because I was doing $28 a month, because that's the most they cost, right? $28 for the day. Mm-hmm. Some places don't have weekly or monthly rates, and so you pay the $28 a day. They don't give you the extra day free if you stay, stuff like that. They don't do that most places, but that's on the higher end. Okay, so when we first started, we were just all over the place. We were just all over the place. So if you ask us average what we spend on military bases, our rate would be $700.
Yeah.
That's on the high end, though.
That's good.
But we'd say $700 for, the park. That's what we call parking. All right, so I'm gonna let Donald handle this one, and this is gas. So I'll let Donald break that down for you.
Okay, all right. So a lot of y'all know we have Black Pearl. Black Pearl is a 2021 F-150 2.7L with EcoBoost. She's pulling our trailer, which is about 7,000 pounds. So we're getting about just over 11 miles per gallon on gas, which is pretty good. I've seen people getting like 7 or 8 miles per gallon on gas. Mm-hmm. So we're doing pretty good with a little bit over 11 miles per gallon. Now, our average tow distance between military base and military base has been about 240 miles. So if we get 11 miles per gallon, we're looking at about 21 gallons of gas in order to get from spot to spot. 21 gallons of gas. Now that depends on what the price of gas is going to be that month. or during that time. Say it's $275. We're looking at about, what is that, $56 in gas for that one trip. Now, see, that changes a lot because sometimes we move 4 times a month, sometimes we move twice a month. I'm gonna say our average is 4 times a month.
I want to say 3 because
let's go with 3.
The reason why I say that is because we stay at some places longer lengths than others. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and so we're looking at say $56 per trip. We're looking at $175 a month just for towing gas, and then there's driving expenses around. We're gonna add another $100 a month for that, because once we get on the spot, we don't just sit there in the spot. We go visit the areas and drive around and stuff like that. We spend about $275 a month in gasoline.
Okay, so that's good. All right.
$275 a month in gasoline. Like I said, depending on how much entertaining we do and stuff like that.
Groceries. On average, I would say that we spend $100 a week.
Yeah.
For groceries. I was trying to keep it at $50 a week, but that's just impossible. You can't do it. Yeah, we're spending right at $400 a month on groceries for the 2 of us. And just for regular groceries for us, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. That's what we've been spending.
Okay. Another thing that I'm in charge of is the propane tanks.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all know we do the Blue Rhino. So initial cost was $50-something for the first one. But since your RV comes with tank, we learned this recently. Since our RV came with 2 tanks, we could have just swapped those out for the first time and just paid the normal $18. Yeah. So but with the winter time coming, I'm gonna be much more vigilant about those propane tanks because of necessity for heat. So I'm thinking that right now we're only spending about $30 a month. If we go through 2 tanks a month, I don't even think we do.
We don't. To be honest, since we've been out here, we've only had 4 refills.
Okay,
total.
So we're looking at 1 tank a month. We're only looking at $20 a month. In the wintertime, that might go to $40 a month.
Now, a lot of people talk about this. I've seen a lot of videos where you're talking about your monthly expenses. So we have to add our cell phones, which is part of our monthly expense. Now, what we spend right now is $285 on cell phones. Now, that's because we're paying for 5 phones. So we got our phones, plus we got Cameron, Trey, and Tiffany. We have 3 phones, right? The 3 other phones. So, and everybody has at least the iPhone 8 or better, and then Donald has the newest Samsung.
Yeah.
So this is why it's so expensive, because I know people are going to be like, why do you pay so much for a cell bill every month? It's $285, but right now we're with AT&T. We're going to come out of that contract in like December, January, and we're going to find something different, because I just feel like they're liking in service a little bit.
Okay.
And plus the service in some of the areas that we go in, you can't, like right now we're having trouble with service, so we're going to upgrade. So if you know of a cell phone company that won't charge us so much and has good service everywhere they go, can you hear me now? Let us know. Now, I'm doing all this talking because I do handle the budget.
Yes,
I handle the budget. Now, I'm going to say entertainment. When I say entertainment, that's movie tickets, out to dinner, excursions that we do, stuff like that. On average, that's about $300 a month.
Okay.
That's extra from any other thing that we do. If we have to go out and buy fishing reels and stuff like that, I stick that under entertainment, because that's, it's for entertaining purposes. Like we had to go out and buy beach chairs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So on average, it's about $300 a month.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of free things that you can do that will only cost you gas, but sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. Like we paid for the seals to go see where did we go see? The dolphins. We went and paid that money to go see dolphins.
Destin, that's right.
And that was a waste of money, but we did it. So stuff like that. So we don't do it that often, but when we do, I stick that under the entertainment budget. So on average, that's about $300.
Okay.
Let's talk about life insurance. So Life insurance, we paying right now $78 a month. And that's all we pay in life insurance. I don't want to go into detail about that, but that's where we are with life insurance. Health insurance, we have TRICARE Prime, which is
a military benefit.
A military benefit from Donald being, active duty for 26 years.
Yes.
So that averages out to about $50 a month, but they bill you quarterly. So $50 a month for insurance. And I want to tell you, it's really good.
It's
because
good insurance.
Since we've been out on the road, I've had to have medicine shipped to me, and they were really good about helping me get that done. I had to go to the emergency room, and the good thing about being on post is when you go to the emergency room, like all I've ever had to pay was like whatever my copay was. And some people don't even charge me that.
No.
So I had to go to the emergency room about my neck, and that cost me, she told me it was going to cost me $30. They haven't billed me
No, they
yet,
haven't
so
billed us.
I don't think they're going to charge me for that.
Nope.
Which is great,
Which is great.
because they gave me a shot and I had to see the doctor and everything. But I'm telling you, that's one of the greatest to us. Now, other people might have a problem with it, but to us, TRICARE Prime has been amazing.
Exactly.
So we get down to laundry. Laundry is $50 or less per month.
Okay.
Depending on where we are. We've been some places where the laundry is free. We've been some places where the laundry is 50 cents. And we've been some places where we've had to pay as much as $6 to $7 per load.
Crazy.
Yeah. So on average, if you average it out, we spend about $40, $50 a month in laundry.
Okay.
And that's including the detergent and everything else.
Yeah.
So I want to say that because we have to do laundry weekly. And I miss my washer and dryer so much. And I'm praying that I'm blessed with a fifth wheel.
There you go.
Now, internet is a tricky thing out here. So Donald went and he talked to the people at AT&T.
Yeah.
And they gave him 4 phones.
4 phones to use primarily as hotspots.
We're going to use these for hotspots because we don't use that much internet, but we do need it. Other than our phones, we do need it, to upload videos and stuff like that. Like we need to do it for YouTube. They told him one thing and did something totally different. And the bad thing about it was we didn't realize that we were getting taken advantage of until a month later.
Yeah.
At that time, it's too late.
I went through a whole lot. I had receipts and everything, and it was like, well, yeah, you can always give it the phone back with the boxes and all the paperwork and everything that comes with it, and we'll go ahead and give you your money back. Of course, I don't still have all the boxes and paperwork and cables and stuff like that, so I wasn't able to give the phone back. So they won on that one, and that's why we will be leaving AT&T as soon as I get a chance.
Well, that's not only the
That's
reason,
one of the main
but
reasons.
it's a big, But anyway, so internet is costing us $179 a month. And I mean, it's not great, but it's what we have to deal with right now.
A lot of people have suggested like Nomad. I've looked into Nomad and stuff like that. I think that's what we're going to go with. But we just, while we're stuck in this plan with AT&T for the next few months, we'll probably wait until this plan is over and then switch over to the next plan.
Yeah. All right. So those were basically all the bills that we have to pay monthly. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things we have to pay monthly, and it's not too bad. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, I know these numbers are adding up, but it's a lot cheaper than when we were staying in sticks and bricks. To be honest with you. Well, I mean, because you're not paying your mortgage or your rent or whatever else.
Yeah.
So it kind of, for us, it's a savings being out here. It's not a big savings, but it's a savings of probably about $500 or $600 a month. So that's something. When you think about all the upgrades that we've done, now they're not big upgrades, but they add up.
Yeah.
So we did the door locks. We had to purchase the X-Chalks. We had to do the truck cover. We had to do bike racks and portable dump stations and stuff like that. So we spent about $1,300 on that kind of stuff, just on the side.
Yeah.
This is not even with our initial startup cost, because that probably was another $2,000 just to start it up. Now, this cost is not going to be the same for everybody. Just like we say, we didn't want to go into detail about the truck or the RV and stuff like that. Oh, and another thing I didn't mention is auto insurance. Okay, so auto insurance is $284 per month. So right now we're spending $229 on like our cars and trucks. So you guys know I still have that SUV. And Donna was paying for Black Pearl, and my daughter is under our insurance with her car. Right, so that runs us $229 a month, and then you add the RV insurance, which is $55 a month.
Yeah.
So that's what we pay in insurance. I think we're doing good on everything except the internet, to be honest with you. Now, our winter months when we hunker down for the winter, that's probably going to cost us because we're looking at two places solely. One place charges $384 for the month, and the other place charges $650 for the month.
Yeah.
So there will be a little savings there. We won't have the gas to spend and stuff like that. So our monthly cost, is flashing on the screen right now.
Yeah.
So Donald has put our monthly amount up there. Okay, so you could probably knock off 30% if you did the free parking. It could be easier for you. Yeah, that could be a huge deal, and especially if, like, some people we know are living on their RV and they don't move around as much as we do. So gas is a big factor in all of this. In the summer months, your bill is going to be higher, especially if you move around a lot. In the winter months, not so much, because you're not doing so much traveling. You're not doing, a lot of excursions and stuff like that. Like, you probably will do a few, but you won't do much. And so when I'm in saving mode, like I am right now, I will budget, I do handle our budget. So what I do is I put a certain amount of money to the side for bills. If we don't spend that money goes back into savings, or I just let it sit there until it adds up and maybe we could do something fantastic or whatever else. I will encourage you that if you're going to do this, you need to have a nice little amount set over to the side for incidentals, because things will happen.
Yeah.
And also, just in case you have to stay at a hotel, it could be bad weather.
Yeah.
Or it might be just a mental break, to take a break from doing this for a weekend. We said we were going to try to do it once a month, but some of these places are just so nice, like, you don't need a break from it. So, and like right now we're getting ready to take our RV in. I don't know if they're going to be able to fix her the same day, or if it's going to take a couple days or whatever else. So we'll probably have to stay at a hotel for those few days. And y'all know we'll be at my 102 True hotel stay. But anyway, I think this was what we have. Like, I know a lot of people break down like, oh, I spend this much on coffee, I spend this much on this, and I do this and I do that. See, I don't go out and get expensive coffees. I don't get my nails done. Like, when I do get my nails done, it's $6 because I'm putting them on myself and stuff like that. So I don't add that, because we do each get an allowance each month. So personal things like that we won't include in our monthly budget, because that has to come out of what we give each other, and that kind of keeps the cost down a lot. Right? This is what we pay monthly. Some months are better than others.
Exactly.
Like, we could not go over the month that we had the grandkids, because that was extra for us. Our budget was blown away with that one. We won't even talk about the entertaining. We won't talk about the grocery and stuff like that. So people with children, it's going to be more. It depends on how you eat. Like, Donald's a meat and potato kind of man, so we're going to always buy meats and stuff like that. So anyway, that was our budget. I hope that you guys got a feel for what it would cost if you did RV full-timing. This is full-timing though, so if you only do it on the weekends and stuff like that, it won't cost you so much.
Yeah. So, like Peggy said, it's not gonna be the same for everybody. You could probably do, if you decide to go full time, you may be able to do it cheaper, or you may do it more expensive. You just gotta look at what your resources are and stuff like that. We're in a comfort spot right here, and we'll just make adjustments as we see fit.
Yes.
We really enjoy it. So
do.
the resources that we dedicate to it are well worth it, and I'm glad we started this journey. That is about all we have for today. We invite you guys to ask more questions. We'll try to answer as many as we can to the best of our ability, while still maintaining a certain level of privacy, of course.
Yes.
But we really enjoy talking to you guys and maybe help you make a better decision about what you might want to do. Should you decide? Help you make a better decision. Should you decide to get into RVing?
Yes.
There you go. Finally got that out. Thank you guys for joining us,
and we will see you in the next video, fam.
See you later, fam.
Alrighty, bye bye.